Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Shitty Rigs. As you guys know, it's already September, and that is crazy. The year is going by so fast, but I feel like I missed the memo on New York Fashion Week. So I wanted to do an episode where I showed you a creative side of photography. Again, using the basic tools that I have around with me, and hopefully that will do the job. So let's get started. So first of all, I had this frame laying around and it was for a painting that I had done, but I ripped it out and I was like, what better way than to reuse this? I also have this random fabric, which is not duvetine, but it does the job because I'm pretty much making a solid frame here. So I'm gonna be using some Velcro and yeah, let's just get this done. So what I'm doing is basically very straightforward. I'm cutting up some of the Velcro and attaching the fabric to it. You can use any type of fabric that is black. It could be even an old t-shirt, or even if you do have duvetine, which is a specific fabric used in the film industry, you can also use that. But I went with this because my sister was going to throw this fabric away and I didn't want it to go to waste. I used some spike tape here to be able to attach the last two pieces on one side. Okay, so we have our frame with duvetine, not really duvetine, but as you can see, there's some transparency on it. The reason why I wanted to do it with Velcro is because I can reuse this frame to use other types of fabric to bounce off. So it works pretty great, I think. Pretty much it. So let's use this for our photography. All right, so I have this current here, and as you can tell, this space where I'm gonna take some pictures is really dark, really messy, but it's giving that grungy, like, academia vibe in a way. And I'm going to use this to bounce off a bit of light using a ring light, which crazy because I hate ring lights, but we're gonna try it out and see how it works. It always is fun to just mess around with photography. You never get it on the first try unless you do a lot of pre-production, which I recommend to always do, but it's not something I do in this instances. So let's try and see what works and what doesn't. I tried different lighting setups, like having the light on the side and then on the top, but then I realized that from the top it would look the best based on the look I was going for. So we got some rope and I'm gonna try to hang it above the talon, which will be me overall. You should always be careful with hanging lights above the talon. So I got my rope. I'm gonna do a knot. And again, guys, I am not a G&E person, so I really fail at knots here. Hitch glove or whatever freaking it is. I'm just gonna do a whole knot. Okay, so we got our shitty ring. Literally, it is a ring light and we're just hanging off this roof. And that will be our main source of lighting. Of course, we're also gonna have our curtain, which will serve as a bounce board. We're gonna use her as talent right now. And as you guys can see, lighting is great. Then we go in with this to bounce off a bit the lighting. You can't tell it that much on the phone, but it does show up on camera. I had two extra pieces of fabric and I grabbed them, and I just wanted to show you guys the difference that it makes when having light bounce off. You get to fill up those spaces that have the shadows, although sometimes you do want those shadows in there, so it just depends on the look that you're going for. As always, as you guys know, we can use our handy C47s or clothespins to be able to hang stuff from anywhere. So as always, trying to use your surroundings is the best way to just get creative and as well be able to create very organic pieces of work. Try to think of topics or subjects that you imagine your talent will be in. And so I'm gonna use this corner here in order to take some nice pictures as well. Got a Virginia Woolf book. We got our Pentax camera. And we got our floppy 18 by 24 frame where we're improvising here, guys. So there's a lot of natural light coming from this space. Although it's nice to use sunlight as it comes, sometimes if you don't do anything with it, it can look very flat. The pictures can look very flat, which is why I try to still use lighting even when there's daylight, or try to bounce it to shape the photographs a bit better. But it was still nice the way this ones came out. They definitely have a vibe. So as you guys could see on those pictures, the light is bouncing all over the place because of course we have like this really wide table that just brings out the nice diffused light, which is really nice. Okay, so we got this really cool space over here, which I enjoy. It's like a little bit of everything, right? We got like some ribbons or like also some buttons and stuff, and it's pretty interesting. So I'm gonna try to create more of a dark theme photography in here and seeing how it goes. Since there's not a lot of light in here, okay, well, right now there is sunlight entering through, but we need a little bit more, so I'm gonna be adding some light in here with that same ring light. Of course, I wouldn't like to use a ring light for this. I would use something much bigger of a light, something like a spotlight, but we are working with what we have and it's quite still enjoyable, I think. So again, the sun is there, but I'm gonna put this here just in case, and I'm gonna have a daylight as well so that it matches the lighting. When it did get cloudy, it actually helped a lot. Bonk. Okay guys, so in here you can't see it that much, but the sun did went down more, and as you can tell, it's still lighting kind of similar. So let's try those pictures. I really like the way that this pictures came out because it has those extremes of very bright and then dark fall off shadows. So you get something very artistic, very natural still, because this is how we sometimes see the world, right? It's not always bright and dandy. Okay, so the last photograph that I want to do is this bathroom right here. Of course, it's really dark, so we're gonna use our handy dandy ring light. Woohoo! That's the ring light, and we're just going to position it facing down. And this is because if I face it up, you know, the tiles are like this whitish beige color, which is going to just bounce everywhere, while the ground is this green color, which doesn't bounce that much, so it creates a little bit of a mystic terror look. And we got this window here where it faces a sunroof or sunlight, and yeah, this is how we're gonna take the pictures. So I actually forgot my scrunchie, so I'm just gonna grab my hair with a C47 and try to see if that works. It might do the trick. Okay, and I think that does the trick. Follow me for more tips. So we're gonna use that same curtain to kind of bounce off the lighting from the bottom up, and we'll see how it looks. So this is without it. This is with it. Not a lot of difference because we're not bouncing a lot, but let's try to put the light where it could bounce. Let's see if this could work. Okay, We got some light in there. Gonna bounce it here. Not the best bouncing board. So we have this window here. Since the daylight is leaving us like as we speak, I'm just gonna hang this here to give me more light. Okay, so we're trying to create the illusion that I'm going inside the mirror, and not very safety reasons, but here we go. Alright guys, that has been all for today. I hope that you guys got something out of the shitty rigs or not, but at least that you found it fun and enjoyable and entertaining. But let me know down in the comments if you guys want me to do something else or want me to teach you anything else. Take care. Bye.